Hello everyone. Welcome to today's tutorial on HelloNote EMR. We will be diving into the 837 file regarding the secondary crossover. The 837 file is a standard file format used for submitting claims to insurance companies, and a secondary crossover refers to the process of submitting claims to a secondary insurance provider. Let's get started with our tutorial. First, we will click on the Patients tab on the left side navigation bar. Once we are redirected to the Patients page, we can select a patient to view their insurance information. I will go ahead and choose James Bond for the demo. Once selected, we should click on the Insurance tab at the top. After we are redirected to the insurance information page, we should be able to see the insurances that the patient has. In this example, James Bond is enrolled in Virginia Medicaid as his primary insurance and Blue Cross Blue Shield Utah Regents as his secondary insurance. We will click on the Actions button for the primary insurance to check if we have already added the secondary crossover for the patient. Click on Actions on the left, then select Edit from the drop-down menu to open the primary insurance form. As we can see on the form pop-up, the patient already has their secondary crossover stored in the system. A reminder, only the primary insurance form will allow us to choose a secondary crossover. If we try to export an 837 file without the secondary insurance included in our insurance information, it will throw an error. Now, we're going to go over the 837 file and break down the pieces into information that we can understand. Return to the left side navigation bar, click on Billing, then select Claims from the drop-down menu, and choose Audited from the Claims options. On the Audited Claims page, we see that there is already a claim ready to be submitted with a billed amount of $205. If we click on the Actions button on the right, we can export the 837 file by selecting the first option from the drop-down menu, then save the file locally. We will open the file and take a closer look at the data it contains. Once you open the file, it should look similar to the file we have on screen, displaying a bunch of numbers that appear to be randomized. The first highlighted line displays the name of the office or clinic. The second highlighted line also displays the name of the office or clinic. The third highlighted line displays the address of the office, which in this case is just Address 1 and Address 2, with no actual address stored for the demo new office. The fourth highlighted line shows the city, state, and zip code of the office. The fifth highlighted line shows the patient's full name. This highlighted part is the patient's street address, followed by the city, state, and zip code on the next line. The next highlighted part is the patient's date of birth. Now, we are looking at the primary insurance, which, in this case, is Virginia Medicaid. The next line displays the patient ID along with the amount billed, $205. Since this is an audited claim that has not been submitted, it won't show the authorization number here. However, if this were a submitted claim, there should be another reference number similar to this one shown before this line. Drag the scroll bar downward until you reach the bottom of the page. This highlighted line indicates that there is a secondary crossover in this case. The next highlighted part is the secondary insurance. In the demo user's case, it is Blue Cross Blue Shield Utah Regents, also known as BCBS-UT for short. The last three highlighted lines indicate that there is a successful secondary crossover included in this claim. Thank you for following along with the breakdown of the 837 file with a secondary crossover included. If you have any questions or need further information, feel free to check out our knowledge base.